Sup guys, Ghidorah's Risen here, back with another unboxing. Today, as you can see, we got Fire Rodan. As you can see, he still has a price on him. And then now I have to tell you the story. So yay, story time. While I was at G-Fest 2017, they had this new thing for the line into the dealer's room where you had to get this band and it would tell you where you need to go in line. And the later you were, farther you would go back in line, and that sucks. So me and two other guys, I don't remember their names, we were all sitting there, we were all talking, getting to know each other, but it never made it past that moment. But anyway, this lady came up to us out of nowhere, and she came up to us with this yellow ticket, and she said, "Are you guys together?" We said, "Yeah." And she gave all three of us one, and she was like, "This is a special early screening into the Daikaiju room." And I don't totally remember what she said, but it was something about the Daikaiju room, the showcase and stuff. Yeah, but then maybe 7 minutes later, me and the guy were still waiting in line, and the other guy, I don't know where he went. He said, "If you have a yellow card, you can go in the dealer's room now." And I was like, "What? Awesome!" And I was so excited. But then I just realized that the other guy didn't hear him. Let me go tell him. So I told him, and we both went in, and I never saw him again. But I saw this guy over there, and I was like, wow, he goes for 200 nowadays. I have to get that figure. And I was in there for about 15 minutes before the first 100 people were lit in. And my mom was on the way, and she was like, "Hey, if you see something for a good price, get it, but don't spend too much before I get there." I was like, okay. And then I saw another figure that I will reveal later for the exact same price. It is on S.h.monsterarts website. And I was like, he goes for even more nowadays. I said, these are good deals. And I didn't know which one to get first, because there were a couple of the other ones, and there was only one of these. So, you were probably thinking, just get this one first. But I was so excited because I haven't even looked around the whole dealer's room yet. So, like a minute before the first 100 people were lit in, I handed the lady my $75, and I got this figure right as the people were lit in. And I was so happy because this figure costs a lot. I was talking to another YouTuber, and she said she got hers for $175. And as you can see, I got mine for $75. So I was the lucky guy for finding this figure. And I appreciate those people who, had it that low last year. So yeah. But now, anyway, story time's over. And let's get to the figure. So, here is the figure in all of its glory. When I first unboxed it at the hotel right next to the hotel that G-Fest is located in, I think it's called Doubletree. I opened it up, and I was like, wow, he is really small. And I had watched other people unbox them in earlier years, and he looks so much bigger. But yeah, this figure is pretty awesome. He comes with a lot of accessories, which is why he was one of the ones I wanted to find, but would never know if I could get him. So yeah, put him back on here. And yeah, I think I got it at a worthy price point because this figure actually kind of has a lot of issues. it can stand up on its own, but most of the time you're gonna have to, like, here, let me show you. If I straighten his legs out, he can, most of the time, since this is kind of carpety, he's gonna have an even harder time standing up. But if you balance him just right, he can stand up, and even if you, like, bounce him around, he'll like, be able to stand up. But most of the time, you're gonna have to use his wings. Oh, you can't even see that. Most of the time, you're gonna have to be using his wings to help really properly put him up on the ground. And yeah, as you can see, a part has already fell off of him, which is one issue I'm going to discuss. So yeah, and I use the stand mostly, even though his legs don't actually touch the ground all the way. I use this a lot to help him prop him up and when I'm showing it off. And yeah, another issue I have with this figure is not the articulation, but the tail. When I got home from G-Fest, I started experiencing a lot of trouble with the tail. It just kept popping off, and then another part popped off, and I don't know how I've gotten this far with keeping up all the pieces, but I don't like always touching, because I like playing with them. Sometimes I just take them out and I just pose them and make them fight each other. But you know, I can't do that. I can't do all that with this one because I'm afraid I'm gonna lose his tail part. So yeah. Oh my gosh. And yeah, that's one thing I don't like. But I'm not gonna complain for the. I can't really complain for the price I got it for. I think it was a really great price. I don't think a lot of people have this issue with them either. But also, with mine, on the wings, which also look very good. If you look closely enough, you can see the veins on his wings, and the texture is so nice. It's like really good. With the wings, I think this is just on mine. You can see with this, the right wing, you can see that I can move this out, and that's fine, because then I can just, well, you can see that I can move it out like this. Now if I'm facing forward, it kind of looks like that, which is kind of okay. But then this part can kind of get flimsy and stuff, but it's okay. With this part, like, what I'm saying with this part is, like, it stays in its place even though it lets it extend, and that's fine. I think it's supposed to do that. But with this one, it's like all out, as you can see. I guess this has just happened as I was just messing around with it. But yeah, like if I want to move the wings out like this, you know, this part just comes out, and I just have to push it down. But yeah, I don't know. Oh, oops. I don't know how that happened, but yeah. But other than that, I have no other complaints with this figure. I think this figure is great. I think it's really small, so don't leave it on the floor, because if you step on it, that'll be the end. But yeah, the other thing that the other reason why I really wanted this figure is for the accessories. I love accessories, and this figure comes with a lot of them. So let me just show you the box off so you can get an idea. So you got the side. Hold on, let me move Rodan back here. You got the side. Says Fire Rodan. The front. A nicely sized picture of Fire Rodan. You got a bunch of poses. Oh, I forgot. His beam is also very cool. These are all the accessories. It comes with a flight stand, which is awesome, but I use mine a lot, and it kind of warped a little bit, like when it plugs into the stand, so I have to fix that. And you can have the beam coming out while he's in flight, and I think that's amazing. It comes with a S.h.monsterarts Mechagodzilla 2 damaged head, which I love, but I don't have that figure, so it's kind of like a useless head. And then it comes with the best, I would say the strongest breath effect in the S.h.monsterarts line, not just the standard red one. And yeah, and then all the stands and the bases, I really like them. Like, if you see how it's glittery, and then it says Fire Rodan. There are others like that in there, and I think that's just awesome. So I think this figure is awesome. I think that it's really hard to get them now. I think that if you really want this figure, get it. If you don't really care for it, then I don't think you'll be left out on anything except the accessories. And yeah. Well, that's really it. I don't think I have anything else to say. Yeah, mostly I mostly like this figure. I don't hate it at all. I know it sounds like I really hate it and I'm dissing it and everything. I actually really like this figure, just that it's hard. It's kind of frustrating that to love it and then also have all these the two issues, which can get in the way a lot of times, especially in stop motion. And yeah. I move them back in. And yeah, like I said, if you want this figure, I think you should only get it if you're like a completionist, or if you really have love for the character, or you like the accessories, or you just like the figure. I'm not guaranteeing you will have these problems with your figure, but yeah, like I said, also be careful if you do have this figure, or if you're planning on getting this figure. Don't mistreat it. And yeah, that's Good Art Risen signing out. And yeah, stay good, stay cool, Good Art fans.